In today's video, we are going to consider a problem on exponential equation. Learners are expected to know some basic law of indices and should be able to solve a quadratic equation. So the first step we're going to take here is to resolve the first term of this exponential equation, and we're going to recall a law of indices, and that is s raised to power a plus b is equals to s to the power of a multiplied by x to the power of b. Alright, so that will make us to rewrite 2 raised to power 2y plus 1 as 2 raised to power 2y multiplied by 2 raised to power 1. Okay, negative 5, so we have 2 raised to power y plus 2 is equals to 0. Okay, alright, so we are going to recall another law of indices, and the law states that s to the power of m multiplied by n is equals to s to the power of m, everything in bracket, s to the power of n. Okay, and that will make us to resolve 2 raised to power 2y to be 2 raised to power y. Alright, to the power of 2 multiplied by 2, negative 5, 2 raised to power y plus 2 is equals to 0. Okay, so we have 2 raised to power y appearing twice. So for the sake of simplicity, we are going to assume that 2 raised to power y is equals to p. 2 raised to power y is equals to p. And that will lead to a quadratic equation. So wherever we see 2 raised to power y, we are going to write p there. So therefore, we are going to have p squared multiplied by 2, negative 5, we have p plus 2 is equals to 0. So here we have a quadratic equation, and that is 2p squared negative 5p plus 2 is equals to 0. So what we're going to do here is that we're going to look for two numbers that we can multiply together to give us 4p. The coefficient of p squared is 2, and we'll multiply it by this constant here, and that's 2. That's going to give us 4. So we'll look for two numbers that will give us, that we're going to multiply together to give us 4, and we add up these two numbers, and they are going to give us negative 5. So the two numbers are negative 4 and negative 1. Alright, so we're going to replace negative 5p with negative 4p and negative p. Yeah, the addition of these two will give us 5p. And if we multiply these two together, we are going to have 4p squared. Okay, we still have our 2 here equals to 0, and we still have 2p squared. So the next step we'll take is to look for the highest common factors of this first two terms, 2p squared and minus 4p. Okay, so the highest common factor, and that is 2p. Alright, 2p, we open a bracket, 2p squared divided by 2p, that's a p, negative 4p divided by 2p, that's negative 2. Okay, alright, so the next step we'll take is to look for the highest common factor of the last two terms. Alright, and that is going to be negative 1. Okay, so we're going to have negative 1 here, open the bracket, negative p divided by negative 1, that's a p, and 2 divided by negative 1, that's negative 2. Everything is equals to 0. Okay, so what do we have here? We have p negative 2 twice, so we're going to write it once. So we have 2p negative 1, and we have p negative 2 is equals to 0. So what we're going to do here is that 2 negative 1 is equals to 0. We equate the 2 equals to 0. P negative 2 is equals to 0. 2p is equals to 1. If we had plus 1 to both sides of the equation, then we divide both sides by 2, and we're going to have 1 over 2. So for the second part, p is equals to 2. Alright, p equals to 2. Okay, so if we recall If we recall, we actually assumed that 2 raised to power y is equals to p. So wherever we see our p now, we are going to replace it with 2 raised to power y, and that is going to give us half. So we are going to recall another law of indices, and that is 1 over x is equals to x raised to power minus 1. So it means that half can be written as 2 raised to power minus 1, and we have 2 raised to power y. Since the bases are the same, so we can say y is equals to minus 1. So let's take the second value. So our p is 2 raised to power y, and that's equals to 2. 2 raised to power y is equals to 2 raised to power 1. The bases are the same. Y is equals to what? 1. So our final answer is y is equals to minus 1 or 1. Thank you so much for watching.